Scratch Records, a place where you can undergo a complete music course without paying a dime. Here, we teach everything from scratch to finish. We offer free courses in music theory, guitar, piano, drums, vocals, and lots more. We even offer a free course on music production using softwares like Ableton, Cubase, Sonar, Logic, Pro Tools, FL Studio, and many others. What's amazing? We offer courses in sound engineering as a whole. The only opportunity for you to make your dream come true as a music genius is with Scratch Records. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for new alerts.
The proverb for today is, a fowl that does not understand shh will understand bam. Una gallina que no comprende shh va a comprender bam. Un poule qui ne comprend pas shh va comprendre bam. And fowl when it hear shh go hear bam. Ladies and gentlemen, once more it's your humble servant, His Imperial Majesty, Uncle Terence, Mga Ashua T-Boy, the Vicar General, His Apostolic Nuncio, Papa Chonkrila Aluzunga Papa Pion, and today we shall be learning the skills and the notes and their names. Thank you very much, and I'll be with you in a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as I earlier said, today we will be treating the scales and the names of the notes. They are very important. This is one of another important topic. You understand? Alright, we have already treated the scales. We've had the major scale, the minor scale, the diminished scale. Okay, we've not even talked about the pentatonic scale, but we're going to talk about the pentatonic scale right now. And there is one thing I want you to know. These are not all the skills that are found in music. Excuse me. But let me tell you, these are the most important skills you need to know. I don't want to take all your time. I don't want to just teach you for the sake of teaching. I know what you need. I know what can help you. Well, some of us, we learned by the time we never knew what was the most important. But now I want to give you just what is required of. You understand? Okay, now, because there are too many skills, somebody might say, hey, but he was not treated as no, all the skills I'm treating. Because at the end of the day, you will still select the skills to use. You might want to use only the major scale in your entire music career. You might want to use only the minor, maybe only the diminished, maybe only the pentatonic. So it depends on you. But it's good to know all, so that if you don't use one, it should be that you do not want to use it. It should not be that you do not know how to use it. So that is it. But I tell you, it has a lot of dynamics. It's wonderful when you're able to use all and when you're using all. All right, now we say the topic today is the scales. Let's start with the scales before we come to the notes. All right, we've had the major scale. We haven't talked about the pentatonic scale. You know, we could not treat the pentatonic scale as a separate scale because it is really not a separate scale. We have the pentatonic major scale. We have the pentatonic minor scale. Normally when we get into practicals, we would really understand why we have to use the pentatonic than the major scale. Why we have to use the pentatonic major than the diatonic major. Why we have to use the pentatonic minor than the minor. Alright, okay now. But this is the pentatonic scale, the major scale as we came out with. We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, which means do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. And as I told you earlier, it's always good to sing it because it will retain those notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. But now, the minor scale sounds different. Well, let me not even sing the pentatonic scale of it sounds different. But now, what we do is they have just removed some notes from the major scale to make the pentatonic scale. So you just diminish some notes. Or let me use the word reduce so that diminish does not affect the diminished scale. Okay, as you see here, we say one tone, half tone, one tone, one tone, one tone, and half tone. That is the major scale, and it has its formula. The major scale is with its formula. So when they say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, It means one tone, half tone, one tone, one tone, one tone, half tone. If you can understand it this way, believe me, you are gone. But gradually you get there. So it means as we already did it and we know the formula, it's skip, skip, don't skip, 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 don't skip. So skip is one tone. One tone in music, it's gonna be a little difficult to explain it now when we haven't gone into the practicals, but just understand that from do to re is one tone. From re to mi is one tone. From mi to fa is half tone. From fa to sol is one tone. From sol to la is one tone. From la to ti is one tone. And from ti back to do is half tone. So, which means one tone, the first tone is skip. The second is skip. The third is do not skip. So you see between E and F there is no skip. And between B and C there is no skip. So it's skip, skip, don't skip, 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 don't skip. So another name for the half tone is the semitone. So one tone, half tone. So one tone, semitone. So a half tone, another name for a half tone is a semitone. So that is it for the major scale. Then now we come down to the major pentatonic scale that we have not treated, and we do not have to treat it as a separate scale or as a separate diagram. We do not have to work it because it really has no workings. All you do is you remove some notes to make the scale, and you see now it's not going to sound again like do re mi fa sol la ti do, but it sounds like do re mi sol la do. Do, la, so, mi, re, do. Well, when we get into the practicals, that's when you understand. But now this is the major pentatonic scale, which means they have taken off some notes like F and B. You have the major pentatonic scale. So the major pentatonic scale is made up of do, re, mi, so, la, and do. That's all. And you have a wonderful song with that. Well, why would you have to use but the major pentatonic than the major? Well, we don't know that for now. But when we get into practicals, I will explain to you and you will understand that only with this scale, you have reduced two notes from the major, the diatonic major scale to have the major pentatonic scale. But I tell you, you can use this to play 1 billion musics and in a wonderful way. Okay, now we go to the minor scale. And this is the minor scale now. It has a different sound. It does not sound like the major scale. But we can't understand the sounds now because we have not yet started dealing with the practical part of it, which are the sounds. So, but now for the minor scale, this is the result of the minor scale. For the minor scale, from do to re is one tone. From re now, you see, you go to mi flat. You go to mi flat. And mi flat, we treated the flats. I know now you might not understand much about it, but when we get to the practical part, you will understand. We go to mi flat, which is re sharp. And I told you every sharp note is a flat note. It's a flat of a different note. Okay, but now we will treat that when we get to the practical part. So, for now we are on the minor scale. The minor scale is from do to re is one tone. From re to mi flat is half tone, which is one semitone. Okay? From mi flat now to fa is one tone. From fa to sol is one tone. From sol to la is one tone. From la now, you see, you don't go to T, but you go to, from la, sorry, you go to B flat. You go to B flat, and we have talked about flat. You might not understand what's flat, but you know B flat is A sharp. In other words, I told you every sharp note is a flat note. So B flat is A sharp, but we'll come to that when we start treating, but we have already talked about that. And now, from B flat now to C is one tone, and it makes it very simple. So that's the minor scale. And now, we go to the minor pentatonic scale, which is, as I told you, it's not a different scale we treated. We have treated the major scale, the minor scale, the diminished as individual scales. But the pentatonic scales, we are just taking them out from their original scales. So now this is the minor pentatonic scale. What's the minor pentatonic scale? What are the notes? It's just simply do, E flat, which is, we all know is D sharp, but now we call it E flat. We'll understand and explain why when we start the practical part, why we have to call it sharp or flat. But now the minor pentatonic is do, E flat, or do, Mi flat, Fa, Sol, T flat, and Do. And we know another word for T flat is A sharp or La sharp. So that is it for the major scale, the minor scale, the major pentatonic scale, the minor pentatonic scale. And that's how we will understand how it works. So now we have one other topic to treat today before we call it quit for the day. And I told you from the start that we will be doing the names of the notes. We have not even talked about notes. We have not talked about chords. So we'll explain why. Because we are going so close. Very shortly, we will be playing music. De poco à poco, vamos a tocar la música. Bientôt, on va commencer à jouer la musique. En ce moment, on va play music. Dentro de poco, vamos a tocar la música. So, be prepared because it's going to play. So, ladies and gentlemen, once more, when we come back from the break, we will be treating the notes nomenclature or the names of the notes. Stay tuned.
Scratch Records, the summit of entertainment.